Blog Talk Radio.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an all-new Some Kind of Radio show here on Blog Talk Radio. Call in live now at 347-989-8810. And here's our host, the one, the only, Biggie Earl McCune.
You know, every time I hear her say that big E thing, I'm like, what the hell's big on me? Oh, wait, my nose.
This should be Big N.
Yeah, big N.
You know,
Good evening, everybody. Another episode. What?
I always thought you said Biggie. Yeah, Biggie.
No. Hey, I'm not by myself tonight. How about that? I can actually do a show and actually talk to people. This is great. Welcome to another episode of Some Kind of Radio show here on blogtalkradio.com. The call-in number is 347-989-8810. We are on the air for the next 28 and a half minutes. At this time, I have two I say they're more aficionados in beer more than cooking out, but last week we did a beer show, but we'll kind of incorporate a little bit of beer and food to this show. You can't have a cookout without beer. On the line, of course, with me as usual, whenever he's not holding up a bowling counter, his name is Mr. Mike Malone. Mike, hello.
Howdy.
And then also on the line, we have he's our new addition to the show, our contributor to the show, Mr. Kevin Braun. Kevin, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, Earl?
I'm doing good. It got to be better than you. You're in traffic.
Yeah, I'm almost to an actual highway, so I won't have to worry about this gentleman, shall we say, in front of me much longer.
You know, we were having a pretty good conversation off air before we went on. We were talking about, it's kind of funny, we were just talking about beer, you know, and beer was kind of last week's topic. This week, of course, we are talking about grilling out, but we'll lead into that. We were talking about the worst beer that actually gave you the runs afterwards. You know, we were talking about drinking lots of Amber Bock, and I'll tell you what, man, going to Mike here real quick. Mike, you're just saying how many, you drink like 6 pitchers of wine?
Six pitchers, yes.
Yeah.
And needless to say, I don't remember anything for like a day and a half.
Well, I can remember a good drunk time with you. You look like you had a stroke.
Yeah. We had many nights like that.
Yeah, you know, best thing I've ever seen. Kevin, you got this. We're up at the Windsor Pub up here in Talmadge, and we're sitting there. And we're just there. We're Mike in town visiting, and he was supposed to meet me hours earlier, and he already made a few other stops. And here he comes. He's just staggering the door. And, you know, he does a shot. Next thing you know, he's like sitting there, and he's like drooling, and just looks at me like, has that like, hey, buddy, look. He falls on the floor. It was great. Then at least you didn't throw up in my car. I'm going to give you a lot of credit there, buddy. You didn't barf.
Hey, it took everything I had.
Yeah. I don't think you had anything in you other than liquid, so I think it could have all been liquid if it came out. But
yeah. I don't have too many good stories about myself doing stuff like that. Other people have those stories because I obviously have absolutely no recollection of those kinds of nights. But here's one about my brother.
Okay.
One night we were out drinking and we couldn't find him. He wandered off into the woods. All right. So we're looking for him. This is in the middle of the winter. This is probably November. And after 2 or 3 hours, we're getting worried. We're seriously worried. We thought he might have died. And we ended up finding him up in a tree stand, about 30 feet up in a tree, sleeping up there. This doesn't have a ladder. And nobody knows how he got up in the tree stand without a ladder.
Okay.
So he's kind of like a drunk ninja. He always gets himself in these potentially hazardous situations and comes out unscathed. However, I'm the one who always ends up in safe situations at the emergency room.
The moral of the story is we're going to figure that out later, but okay. Yeah. You know, I'm not laughing as hard because I think I laughed harder the first time you told me that story.
Oh, have I told you that story before?
Yeah, you told me that story at work a couple
at work.
times.
I mean,
Yeah.
But I've never heard it before, and it was a very interesting story. I liked it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on topic here real quick before too long here. We're just getting the show. We're going to talk about grilling out. You know what? We're getting to that time of year. I'm going to be cooking out next weekend. I'm not going to be. I was supposed to do this show originally next weekend, and Kevin talked me into doing it this weekend. And then I started thinking about it. Yeah, you know what? It'd be better if I did do this show this weekend because I'm going to be doing a cookout next weekend. I don't want to do the show from the cookout because if anyone listened to last week's show, pretty much incoherent, and it wasn't really good, and it was kind of bad, and I'm not going to go any further. Let's just forget all about last week's show. Anyway, cooking out. You know, I'm a guy myself who I'd rather cook with charcoal versus propane. You know, I don't know about you guys. You know, you guys can jump in and chime in on this. You know, I'm more of a charcoal guy as opposed to propane, but if I get really desperate, I can always use good old-fashioned. Oh my God, here we go. I have a show without my son having a conniption fit. All right, guys, go on ahead. Chime in on this.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I would prefer charcoal myself over propane. I mean, of course, I'll eat anything cooked on propane. Well, I'll eat anything. We could probably just nip that down a little bit. But, yeah, I prefer...
Mike will, too.
I will.
What's that?
Earl has seen.
I've seen you I've seen you eat many things, and it's not another story for another time, for another show. But anyways,
2 shows.
It might have to be a month-long kind of saga to go on about all the stuff you've eaten, dude. Anyway, I was going to kind of touch on, you know, some interesting cookout facts here. Americans eat about 13 billion hamburgers a year. That's approximately 3.6 trillion calories, and, you know, enough calories for every American to gain 3.3 pounds a year. Now, me, I've eaten probably about 1 billion of those burgers myself and gained about 33 pounds this year. So,
I have not partaken in a grilling yet. Actually, it's been a while because our grill broke.
I have to go to a friend's house to cook out. You know, I live in a little dinky little apartment where we have grills here, but they're kind of like community grills, and you never know what you're going to find in them darn things.
Right.
Are you calling in? Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. We got another caller on the line. Wait a minute. This might... Hang on a minute. Who is this on Blog Talk Radio?
Who do you think it is?
Oh, jeez.
Great. I'm hanging up now.
Oh, hey, now. It's not a show without the 3 amigos.
Well, tonight we got 4.
Hello.
Hello.
This is our other usual cohort. This is Debbie. I've kind of stuck married to her for the last almost 11 years, but she kind of just keeps finding her way onto the show somehow. I don't know how she does it.
Well, she keeps getting untied. We'll never know.
Hey, now.
Hey, that goes right back into that thing about tying people up, don't it, Mike?
Yeah, it does.
On Facebook.
That's Mike's favorite fetish.
What?
You like to hog tie people.
What's wrong with that?
As long as they don't squeal, that's all that matters.
Right. They're animals.
Oh, jeez. Well, speaking of cooking more pigs, I think this show's going to go off topic real quick, guys. I think we're just going to have to just go with it for the night. Anyway.
Yeah. You know, speaking of eating anything here, I wonder what kind of burger we could make out of Robbie the Rat.
Oh, my God.
Make out of what?
Oh, this is a great story. Guy we work with, we go on lunch at about 2:45 in the morning where I work, and he comes back in a little bit later and tells us this great story about how he hit a hawk, and then this hawk was carrying a rat. Well, the rat.
He told us it was a mole first. He's like,
first he thought it was a mole. Yeah. Yeah, you could kind of fill in on this, Kevin. Here, you saw this thing, so you.
Yeah, well, he comes back in the lunchroom, and he's got the biggest, crap-eating grin in his face I've seen him. He doesn't smile much.
No, he doesn't smile. He's quiet, doesn't say much, but he had this biggest, grin I've ever seen on his face.
Yeah,
you've seen this thing.
Yeah, he goes, I hit a hawk. So I go, what? And I want to see this. So I'm like, okay, let's go outside and see this hawk. Or not the hawk, but the mole that it dropped. And we grab some gloves, we get the mole out. He's still stuck between the cowl and the hood. And we come outside, and I'm approaching it, and I see that his mole that he thought the hawk dropped is actually a muskrat, which is quite a bit larger than even a regular rat. So we open up the hood, and we go to grab it because we thought it was dead, and this thing hops back to life. And it does a couple laps around the top of the motor. It slips down between the firewall and the exhaust headers. And I told him, well, I guess you're out of luck now. It slipped down in there, which should have been the end of the story. But about 4 hours later, the vending machine woman came in to restock the vending machines at work. And first thing she says to me when I open up the door is, there is the biggest rat I have ever seen standing right outside the door. And sure enough, it was like right out there. But he hit a hawk coming at him on 76. He was probably doing 65, 70, and the hawk, he figured it was doing 40. This rat hit his windshield doing 100 miles an hour and walked away from him.
And the funniest thing is about that splat mark that was on the windshield. That was great.
Yeah. There was a rat-shaped flat mark in the middle of his windshield.
Well, the funny part didn't you say later the one lady come in and said there's a giant rat running around in the parking lot?
Yeah, that's what I said. Deb, the AVI woman who does the vending machine, said, she said it was the biggest rat she'd ever seen out running around.
That thing was just, oh my God. I mean, I wish I could. Now he showed me a picture, and the picture doesn't do it justice because it's just a little picture on a camera phone, but. My God, I mean, from what you guys told me, this thing had to be pretty good size.
Yeah, just imagine you took a squirrel and you shaved its tail so it had a rat tail. That's what it looked like.
Well, Mike would have grilled it up. I'm sure, Mike, you've eaten just about anything.
Oh, and you're in this area? Surrounded by woods? Yeah, you find a lot of roadkill.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're down in the area, the land of spooning your sister is just perfectly okay. So.
Yeah. 15 million people, 20 last names.
Well, I'm starting to wonder if he's not from where I'm from. we got the same deal going on here down in Kilbuck, Ohio.
Well, Mike's even further.
Yeah, I'm like 20 miles from the West Virginia border.
Oh, okay.
In PA.
So you're in Pennsylvania.
Yes. Pencil by God, Kentucky.
Yeah, I dated a girl from Pennsylvania. I'm sorry. She was probably one of your cousins.
Maybe. Was she any good?
Yeah, I think she was all right.
All right.
From what he remembers,
Yeah, some of the women around here, you need to be drunk.
Well, that's like a lot of the women up here, you got to be drunk, too. I mean, come on.
Well, I was drunk a lot of the time up there.
No, not you. No, never. The best one I remember, did she have hair? I don't think she had any hair.
She had hair.
In places you didn't want to see, though.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Anyway, let's move on here.
Grilling.
Yes, grilling.
I feel like I have been grilled.
Yeah, you've been grilled and twice baked, pal. Come on. Oh, my God. Oh, okay, let's see. I think Debbie dropped off. Okay, she's back on. All right, it's that time of the show. It's time for 7 random questions. You guys ready?
Alrighty.
All right, hang on.
Yeah,
Let me get back to my right screen. Got to play the porno music. You know, that's just kind of what we do. There we go. Got to have the porno music. All right, 7 random questions. You guys can take this, whoever wants to take it, and I will actually keep score.
I will go first.
Well, I got to ask them. I'm asking you guys answers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay, you guys ready? Okay, this is all going to be food-based questions. These are about grilling, since I'm going to try to keep this on topic, since we kind of fell off topic. All right. New York used to be famous for its turtle barbecues. True or false?
False. I'll say true.
Okay, and I'm going to say it's 50-50. One of you is right and one of you is wrong. The correct answer is actually true. Apparently they were quite a hit back in the 1900s. And according to the website I used, 61% of the players answered it correctly. So, all right. So far, Kevin's winning 1-0. All right.
All right.
All right. And for that, you win absolutely nothing.
That's exactly what I wanted.
All right. There we go. All right. What is the most common utensil used for preparing barbecue side dishes?
What's that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
What is the most common utensil used for preparing barbecue side dishes?
Spoon.
All right, I'm going to say a brush.
Okay.
I always brush on my barbecue.
This one, okay, this one has many answers. There's like 2 or 3 correct answers because a couple of them are tied in the same ranking, basically. The top 2 answers are aluminum foil and skewers. Interesting, huh? So you're both wrong. I don't think there's really a correct answer to that, to be quite honest, but we'll just leave it at that. Question number 3. No, you guys can take this for however you want to take it. You ready? What is a rub?
What is a what?
A rub.
What is a rub?
A rub.
That's when you rub the meats or whatever in sauces.
Are we doing a dry rub or a wet rub?
You could do either or.
All right, well, I actually arrived at my destination, and everyone is here standing around me snickering at the answers because they can't hear the questions.
Oh, my God. Anyway, I figured you'd take this a different direction, you know. I mean, Mike, you know what a rub is.
Oh, I know what a rub is.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Oh, I know exactly what a rub is. You do dry rubs, herbs and seasonings rubbed into the meat. Yeah. Like that.
Quit trying to rub my meat, though, E.G. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the next one.
I'm not touching your meat.
What? This show went from bad to worse really quick, didn't it?
Oh, well, look who you have on the show.
Well, what do you
Yeah, true.
That's what's got perverted minds on this show.
Well, this one's for Deb here. Which town has an annual parade of pigs on bicycles?
Pigs on bicycles?
Yeah, well, it's not really for you, but I was just saying, I figured you would know it, Deb.
Boston.
Huh?
I didn't mean to interrupt yourself.
Oh, you're good.
Sorry, I thought I had you. My friend here has a write-in answer here he would like to provide. What was that again?
Oh.
Any town that can't afford police cars.
Oh, that's awesome. That is an awesome.
That is, you know what? If I had a bell to ring, I would ring it. That's perfect. That's a great answer. I love that. That's great. Mike,
awesome.
does the town you live in, do they afford police cars?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. But anyway, the correct answer, believe it or not, is Lexington, North Carolina, and it's called the Tour de Pig. It's part of an annual barbecue festival. It started in 1983 in the self-proclaimed barbecue capital of the world.
You know, this doesn't surprise me at all because it's actually still legal to marry your first cousin in North Carolina.
Yeah, I know. I heard. I don't know, but I mean, I heard. Okay.
So how did you and Debbie meet again?
Well, I was on the set of this porno, and I was doing the mic boom.
Okay, you wish.
And Debbie, oh, you were. That's right. I confused you with one of somebody else I used to know. Okay, never mind.
Oh, shut up, Earl.
Hey, Mike, big clap, remember?
What's that?
Remember, Mike, big clap?
Yeah, but it's not as bad as cleaning out dirty old carpet.
Oh, that's true.
I don't
true.
really need to know about your
Very
guys'
true.
home life, honestly.
No, Mike knows what we're talking about.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to draw
Thank
my own
you for the
conclusions
visual.
as to whatever you're talking about.
Put it this way.
Mike Turner gay. Let's just... No, I can't blame Mike. Can't
A
blame Mike.
lot of men brag about turning a gay woman straight. No, not me. I can make that straight woman gay.
That's right.
I got that.
Not to name any names, but a friend of ours is married to someone that's pushing 70.
And she's
Same
female.
sex.
Well, I mean, they need it too.
Yeah, you know what? And that's true. That's their own thing. You know what? God bless them. Anyway,
It's just a number, even when you're 70.
Yeah, you know. I like 68.
Well, yeah,
Long as you don't want later. You know. And
My wife likes 77. She get 8 more.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
Grilling.
All right.
Next question.
Grilling. Back to grilling, yes. And my music stopped. I gotta start the music over again. All right, ready? Barbecue is not for vegetarians. True or false?
Grilling is not for vegetarians?
Right.
True.
It's false.
Okay, I need. Go ahead, Kevin. Weigh in on this one. What do you think?
I mean, if you want to get technical, I mean, there's plenty of grilled and barbecued vegetables and stuff, but should they be allowed to do it? Absolutely not.
Well, according to the website I'm using, the answer is false. Many vegetables are suitable for grilling. Portobello mushrooms brushed with flavored oil or egg sliced and marinated in slick vinegar are great alternatives to
You should not
steak.
have... A general rule of thumb when grilling is you should have at least 3 times as much meat on the grill as you're going to have greens and vegetables.
Absolutely.
Very true.
I agree with you 100% there.
All right, I'm getting thumbs up all on my crowd here. So.
Okay, here we go. We are down to about 6 minutes left in the show, and we got about 2 more questions to go. All right, here we go. Go back to my page here where I was at. Okay. Cooking food in a pit over hot coals has been around in a lot of cultures for a long time. But our modern barbecue was invented in the New World. What is the origin of the name barbecue? Other than my dog barking. And you know what? Believe it or not, if I can give you the answer. You ready?
Yeah.
Nobody knows for sure where it comes from, but there are many possibilities. The most common answer is from Tano barbacoa, the stick stand with 4 legs and many sticks of wood on top of place for cooking meat. Yeah, whatever. I didn't know that answer either. I actually took a guess, and they gave me this whole thing of, oh, no, there's no particular right answer. So if you don't know, no one knows. So actually, you guys are right. So there's 5 points. All right. Last question. Which American president made a note in his diary that he went up to Alexandria to barbecue?
Wasn't it Roosevelt?
No.
All right, that was our guess as
President?
well on this side. It's also Roosevelt.
It's not Roosevelt.
Let's say Eisenhower.
Oh, it's way earlier than that.
Buchanan.
Jefferson.
No, it's not. Believe it or not, George Washington. He made the entry in his diary in 1769. So, hey, we learned something today.
Yeah.
George 69.
I'll probably forget that here in 5 minutes.
Everybody felt like they knew learned something today. Class. Oh, boy. You know, I'll tell you what. The things about doing a live show, you can't just stop and pause and hit the start button again. You just got to go with whatever gets flung out. And was that one of the kids? I think they just took over my wife's phone. Yo, what's up?
Good.
What you doing, buddy?
Daddy, I want to talk to you real quick.
Well, you're going to have to talk to me after the show, buddy. The show will be over in a couple minutes, okay?
Hello?
Okay, I think Alex is a little mad. What do you think?
I think so.
I got hijacked.
Yeah. Anyway, we got about 3 minutes left. We're going to be back in 2 weeks for another show. Next week I'm going to be off barbecuing and taking part in drinking many alcoholic beverages to celebrate the holiday and the 3-day weekend next week. Great idea for our show. We're going to use it. That Kevin actually came up with the idea. Those of you who ever seen the show Red Eye on Fox News, we are going to do our own radio show version of it, and we're going to call it Pink Eye.
Yeah,
so it'll be.
That was, my friend John here suggests we should actually call it Brown Eye.
Well, wouldn't that be more like brown nose? Brown nose, brown.
Yeah, we'll do that later, but yeah.
Ooh, Red Wings. Oh, that's another show for another time. Wow, this show's getting raw. Anyway.
But hey, Earl, I'm going to have to duck out here about a minute early. I got to go in here. I'm not going to have to.
Oh, you're good. No problem. We're going to be wrapping this bad boy up here in about 1 minute. Hey, thanks for coming on, Kevin, and thank you,
problem.
sir. We'd love to have you on again, man. Anytime you want to join us, feel free. We'd love to have you on.
Oh, yeah, I'll be joining you guys again. Don't worry about that.
All right. Awesome. Oh, no, he's going to join us, Mike. Look out.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man.
See you later.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, everybody. We'll be back again in about 2 weeks' time. And that, God, I got to pull up my calendar just to remember the date. That'll be the 31st of May. We're going to do May 31st. We're going to do what we call the Pink Eye Show. And that's just going to be news topics, and we're going to make fun of every one of them. So that's going to be interesting.
Very.
And, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And also, folks, don't forget, we have a couple ways for you guys to get a hold of us. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/SKO Radio Show. We also have a Twitter account. You can follow us on Twitter at SKO Radio Show. And we got those two things set up for you to check out and get our latest updates, whatnot, whatever. And you can also, if you have show ideas, you can submit them to us. We'll be happy to take them. And, according to last week's Twitter, I just signed it up last week, and we got six followers now. Woohoo!
6, all right.
6! We're up to 6. Yes! I haven't really done much work on the Twitter. I'm not a big Twitter fan, but, it is what it is. Well, we are going to wrap this show up right now. Mike, of always, my co-host at large, he's a good man. It's always good to have him on, and he'll be back with us again. And, he's a good buddy, so.
I think it.
Oh, we got 10 seconds. All right, I got to close this thing out. Mike, hang on the line. We're going to close up.
Okay.
All right.
You have been listening to Some Kind of Radio Show with our host, Big E, Earl McCune. Tune in next week, same time, same place, for another fun-filled episode. Have a great night, and catch you on the flip side.